So, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Inside Line racing action this evening. Tonight we are at round 11 of the season, and that is right, we are here at Hungary. We had quite a good race last time out in Germany, but we'll be looking to go a little better this week and make it the best race of this season, as we try to do each week as we progress. For people who don't know who I am by now, I am former ILR1 driver, ILRT Lickle. Unfortunately won't be racing for a bit due to my wheel settings. As that is not what I was meant to be having on there, I do apologise. Just trying to edit the title. I will be doing a double header tonight, so you'll see me here at ILR7, then you'll also see me here in ILR1. I don't know what happened to my PS4, just everything just went all blue screen, which is very weird. Hopefully I don't see anything like that ever again. Said editing the title, just bear with me just a minute, and then I'll send a link into the Twitter chat, and then we'll be fully ready to go, which is what you love to see. ILR is now 1.49k subscribers, which is very good, almost at 1,500, which is a nice milestone to hit. If we do hit it, hopefully we can hit it while one of the streams are on to now. Just check what number specifically we are on. Alright, that's changed and should be good to go. I don't know why we're not ready enough. We just double check the lobby settings, dynamic, official, yep, apart from the on strict, yep, and then perfect. Alright, we should. We set our stage go. Finally we're ready enough now. It took a little bit longer than I hoped for it to do, but we should be good to get underway. And just sending the link out into the Twitter chat now. ILR1. There we go. I'm just gonna get a few track facts up as well. Actually, no, I'll get the forum up first because I want to go over the tables, and then I will get some track details up. I know a little bit about it. 70 laps of course, but as this is 50%, we'll be having a 35 lap race. We've seen a few good races here in the past, such as 2015, where we saw Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg have their slight moment on lap 1. Then we saw a collision late on in the race. It was just a mental race all around. 2014, the year before, the wet to dry race, it did also swing that around a bit. Showed a lot of action in that one. We saw many spins. We saw Sebastian Vettel with a lucky escape, but Sergio Perez with not so lucky escape, unfortunately smashing the barrier at the same corner. Vettel inches away from losing the car and being out of that race. We saw Jenson Button, a lot of fans of Jenson Button, take his first ever F1 win here in 2006 in the Honda from P14 on the grid in a multi-conditioned race from wet to the dries. I'm just going to get the championship standings up now. So we have Nicky leading the way in 142. Second is Kyle on 121. Third is Senna on 117 after 2 DNFs in a row, which he will be looking to fix for tonight. Fourth is MK Bourne on 108. Fifth, Ryan Berry 91. Sixth, Dan's Car, who's on 53 but won't be attending. Is not attending tonight. Sorry. Seventh is J Luke on 35. Eighth is Y Racer on 34. Ninth is Apex White on 33, and then rounding out the top 10 is Panos on 30. In the Constructors Championship, I don't have any engine sound, which is unfortunate, so I'm going to have to sit through the whole of quali without any engine sound because I can't leave. So Williams leading with 172. Second is Mercedes on 170. Third is McLaren on 156. Fourth is Renault on 117. Fifth is Toro Rosso on 95. Sixth is Racing Point also on 95. Seventh is Ferrari on 72. Eighth is Alfa Romeo on 58. Ninth is Haas on 56. And then 10th is Red Bull on 22. Who to go on board with? We'll go on board with Philip Holston. We'll get the tyres fitted up. I have no game order, as I said. There is one person missing. I think it was the Ferrari. I have to just double check. Who was the other Ferrari? Henner's. Round quali without an there we go. Alright, I was just sending a message into to Jack, just let him know about the attendance, who was missing. But we'll go on board with Philip Holster. I'll try stay in the broadcast camera because of me not having any game audio. I think Risky Racer might have had the same issue. So Philip Hodgson is the first one to start out on the medium compound tyres. Here is a tricky track to do the one stop from the soft to hard, so I imagine if he does go out on the mediums this early, he's either going for a two-stop or we have a chance of a wet race. Anyway, Philip Hodgson up into turn 4, so it's a 28-0 first set. It did have a bit of a moment, and he has another big moment there, and that could have arguably thrown him off his lap and make it a lot slower than what it could be. I don't think it's going to be a competitive lap, so I will go to man in third place in the championship, Speed Senna in the Mercedes, to see what he can do. After a bit of a rough patch recently, we'll be looking to get over that and get back up to the form he was showing at the start of the season. I'll say just to the form he was showing just before Britain, where he did DNF for Britain and then unfortunately DNF'd in Germany. Fast flat right, or not flat right hander, you can take it a lot faster these days. We've seen a big accident in this corner. We've seen Sergio Perez go a little wide, lose the rear, spin across the track and get his car trapped under his right front tyre, which unfortunately flipped it around and sent it on the opposite way it should be, upside down, which you don't want to see. We won't see that today. Senna first one, fastest time on a 18.5 and Zepadudo on an 18.7, J-Luke 18.9 with Kyle also on an 18.9. Those McLarens really close when he's up with each other. KK has been disqualified, which is a very interesting one. A Ferrari is missing. Waste, not Toro Rosso. You'll be either in Ferrari or Racing Point. Oh, Apex Whiteout, almost becoming a victim like Vettel did a few years ago and Perez did a few years back. Very easy to do. I wonder if we'll see a wet race. Interesting, a lot of times on the hard side. I don't imagine we will be, because if it was a wet race, we'd see a lot of times set on the soft tyres. Although it seems relatively slower compared to what drivers could be set. We'll go on board with Rude Gullhead through the middle sector now. Very tight, twisty part. MK born out in the medium straight away, so that just gives me a bit more of my point, maybe, that we could see a wet race, because that's a very early time, very early in the lobby to be setting time on the medium tyres, especially when you should be starting on them and qualifying on them. You want to be qualifying on these tyres right at the end of qualifying, not at the start. If someone can keep me updated about the Man United score, because of course I do like to watch United, but I'm here doing the comms, I would greatly appreciate that, please. Got Risky Racer going slow, so I assume he had a little off. We'll go on board with Bill, who is on one through the chicane. They're in his Renault, the banana car, as it's usually referred to by many people. Number 6, he's showed glimpses of form this season, Bill, but it's not carried out for the whole race. We've got Mark saying dry race, so that just makes my life a lot easier, so thank you for confirming it. We got Bill in a bit last second. Now we'll go to the debut to the Kane Leander. Actually, Bill drifting around that corner, very nice drift there, to say the least. Had to like the look of that. Kane first sector 28 dead, and then does cut turn 4, and he's going to cut turn 4 and he's going to hit the barriers, and luckily his wheel is not off, but he's lost his front wing in the Mercedes, which is very unfortunate. Alright, that's just my brother letting me know what the score was there. I do apologise. So Kane will be going slow. Will we see anyone else going again? I wanna find J-Luke, because J-Luke has been a man that has done decent this season in a 19.3, not too bad, but is slower. LK Kyle, his teammate, just goes up to P 2. Nice from him. Ryan Berry is half a tenth up on his time, so currently half a tenth would push him up one position there. Did I just see an Alfa Romeo go miles off in the background? I'm not too sure. Nah, look, I just watched it back and forth. I saw Alfa Romeo go straight on in that fast right-hander, which would be very scary if it did happen to in real life or even on this game. Anyway, Ryan Berry at the final corner, 18.7 goes up to P4. Good improvement there from him. We'll go to Apex Whiteout. No, he's at the start. Panos, he's 2 seconds down. Risky Racer, he's actually on one now, so we'll see what he can do. 27.6 first sector. Not a bad first sector from Risky Racers. Being a bit of a risky guy this season, gone for a lot of audacious moves. So hopefully we see another one today, but it's clean, if you get me. An audacious move that could catch someone out, that's clean. I don't want to see anything that is dirty, because that just gives the league a bad name, which you don't want to do. See Risky Racer through the fast right-hander, couldn't speak there. He is currently 29.3 up on his lap, so a big improvement from what he is currently set under 153.6. 9 and a bit minutes to go. MK Bourne is currently leading the way on an 18.3, only 2/10 quicker than LK Guile, so it's relatively good effort from them and Senna, to be fair to him. Senna's done a very good job on that. Risky Racer second on an 18.5, that's good effort from him too. Find another glimpse of pace like I did say he had. Nicky starting once. We'll watch Nicky in the Williams, the championship leader. Done a solid job this season. Nicky kept it very clean. I say Nicky's standout drive this season had to be Austria. Had a collision lap 1, was 36 seconds behind last place and managed to get back to, I think, 7th it was. So a very good drive from him, and he'll be looking to constantly build on those good performances, but try not to have any recovery drive and just keep it clean and just get an easy championship wrapped up. It's in his hands now. He don't want to mess this up. See, as he comes through the chicane, they're very easy to lose. They're very easy to run wide. You don't want to be going down the inside of anyone there. Waste has just joined the lobby, so good to see Waste here. We will have 19 people on the grid. Waste unfortunately will not have a setup, which really will hamper him. Nicky 54.9 middle set. I wonder if we'll see him pit at the end of this lap, because Nicky usually goes for the smart strategy, the one stop, an easier strategy, starts on the harder tyre. I feel like this game you can start on the tyre a bit too harder tyre a bit too often now. Takes the fun out of racing just a bit. The alternate strategies, someone who is famous for the alternate strategies in PSGL. Oh, not PSGL, sorry, ILR. I'm so used to commentating on that. PSGL, I just mentioned that, I meant to say ILR, I do apologise. Was, I believe, Ginger Andy back in the day on his one-stop strategies, back all the way in season 1 in ILR 2016. Got a couple good results due to that. I'd love to see something similar to that again, alternate strategies where someone like him pulls off something like that. It's too predictable these days. It's a one-stop strategy, providing you don't get any damage, which hopefully we don't want to see any driver get. RoboJeep is on a lap. We'll stick on board with him, rambling on about classic ILR. Being here for quite a long time now, feel like a bit of a pensioner despite my young age in ILR. But we'll continue to go on. RoboJeep rounds the hairpin here. Very easy to lose control of your car, as we saw with Bill locking the rears up and ending up going off. Let's watch RoboJeep round the final corner. His teammate is currently second on the grid. RoboJeep will be 5th on the grid. That's a good effort from him. So RoboJeep showing a good bit of pace. Who can I watch? Don't know who to watch. Rude Gullet, he's just started lap, so why not go on board with him on the hard compound tyre, the white compound. Usually we used to call that the medium last year, but now it is the hard tyres. Have 3 sets of compounds, so I'll just explain to anyone if they are new. Rude is in none, but we have 3 sets of compound in the dry, the soft, the medium, the hard. You can tell the difference by soft being on the red stripe tyres, medium being the yellow stripe tyres, and hard being the white stripe tyres. The difference between them is the softs are the fastest tyre, but the durability on them is the least, so they last the least amount of time. The medium is average pace, average length of wear, how long they last, sorry, and then the hards is the slowest tyre but lasts the longest. So if you want to go deep into a race, I advise starting on the hard compound tyres. If you want to go for a quick fast first stint, then start on the soft tyres. It depends really. Ryan Berry really messing up turn 4 there. That would be his lap invalid. Kyle going again. Yeah, he is. Kyle is half a tenth up through sector 1, keeping it well within the track limits. We've got Mercedes off there again. Is that Kane Leander? It is. Kane Leander having a mare of a start to his ILR career here in Hungary at turn 4. Just can't handle the rear of the car. If he keeps going like that, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Kane DNF. Through the middle sector comes Kyle, pushing hard in this McLaren. Kyle's really picked up form this season. From when I first saw him in Australia to now, he's like a different driver, this man. And he is 3.5 tenths up, so currently this will be good enough to put him on pole position if he keeps going at this sort of pace. Kyle into the hairpin now, one of the most challenged corners, the penultimate corner in fact of this track. And he looks like he's got that very nicely, and out rounds the final corner. I assume if he keeps this pace up, he will be on pole position, provisional pole, providing that more will improve. And yep, an 18.2, a great effort from Kyle, still finding more and more pace. Kane has got a damaged wing again, so we'll go to Ryan Berry, who will be starting lap on these medium tyres. In the racing point, he does set at 27.3. First set is currently 2 and a bit tenths up on his time, keeping it just about within the track limits. If you do wonder where is the game audio, it's glitched, so I can't have it for qualifying. Unfortunately, I won't be able to leave and fix this due to the fact that I am the lobby host, so I will mess up the whole lobby if I do leave, which is unfortunate, as I did say. Ryan Berry coming around there. And now the fast right-hander Y Racer goes pole on the 18.1 on the mediums. Ryan Berry 7 tenths up on his time, so currently he's looking good enough to get that provisional pole with just under 4 minutes of the session, to go. Got another couple tiers on tonight. We've got ILR7, of course, ILR8 and ILR6 all on at the moment, with ILR4, ILR5 and ILR1 on at 8 o'clock, with also, while saying that, Ryan Berry went pole on a 17.853. A good effort from him. Risky Racer in the Red Bull. Let's see what he can do. 10th and a bit up through first set, almost 2 tenths up, just about within the track limits. These drivers really are testing it, and he's got on that inside curb. They don't want to be touching that curb, because that is a curb of death. You will spin around if you do hit that and try put down the throttle. Sorry, I've lost my words there. RoboJeep did improve, and he's going around those hards again. Good effort from him in 18.3, but he'll be looking to get back into the pits and get on the hard tyres. 18.3 is a very respectable effort from him. Risky Racer 7 tenths up, so currently he's looking like he's going to match Ryan Berry as he starts the final sector now, for what I assume is going to be his final run in qualifying. Around tricky hairpin, he could see a little overtake if someone is feeling brave, but I don't recommend it. As around the final corner now comes Risky Racer, foot to the floor. Can he get on pole position? He can. A 17.720. Good effort from him. What about Speed Senna? I didn't see what his delta was in the middle sector, so this is going to be a surprise for me. See where he goes. Judging by his hard time, it will be near the front. See, in the Mercedes done one hard lap, and this is going to be his only medium lap. Speed Senna round the final corner with his Ayrton Senna helmet, number 12. What can Senna do? He smashes it by 3 tenths. 117.4. Bill is on one, so we'll stick on board with Bill. Bill rounds the final corner once again. Opens the DRS. And it's not going to be pole, it's going to be P6, so times are rapidly improving here in ILR7 qualifying. About Panos up to the line. If he's on a 39, so I imagine his lap is done. MK Bourne is done from qualifying. What tires has he started on? He's starting on the mediums, isn't he? We've got J Luke and Kyle close to each other. Are they going to be trying slipstreaming each other? It'll be a bit of a risky one to try slipstream each other here, because due to the dirty air in the middle and the final sector, I don't recommend it. You'll gain a little through sector 1 just due to the 2 straights we do have, so J Luke is backing off. But I won't go on board with J Luke. I'll go on board with Kyle, because Kyle will be starting his lap, and Kyle has looked ever so quick on those hard tyres. So I want to see what he can do on the mediums. My PS4 is constantly making this ejecting sound, which really is annoying me. Luckily I don't have any games on disc, so if I did have disc right now, my game would have shut down and then the stream would have died off, of course. But we'll watch Kyle now. Kyle down into turn 1, second gear, not opting to use the first gear like other drivers would use. Maybe find it a bit more stable on the traction, who knows. Anyway, down into turn 2. Can see an optimistic move around the outside here if you have the grip on other drivers. You've seen overtakes like that in the past, such as Daniel Ricciardo on Lewis Hamilton back in 2014. A good move from him, taking his second win in the Red Bull. Kyle is 82 thousandths up through sector 1, and now through here we'll just stick on board, and we'll stick on board with him through the middle sector. We'll see how much understeer he'll get. We have a Toro Rosso spinning around a Rude Galed. Wonder if he will get in the way of anyone. We'll see in a minute. Rude Galed retires from the session. He is out, as his quali done. Risky Racer done as well from the front row. But I'm assuming if we go by the hard time, Kyle will go pole, but he's only a 10th, almost 2/10 up, so he's not finding the time on these medium tyres like he did on the hards, which is very interesting to say the least. As he comes around the penultimate corner and then the final corner, I want to go to Nicky then, because Nicky is very fast in this division. Anyway, what can Kyle do? It won't be pole, it's going to be P3. Disappointing for Kyle, you could say. Risky Racer there. Oh, that's really hampered Nicky's lap there. So Nicky could start a bit further down than he really intended to. Where's Kane? Kane around the final corner. He's actually setting a lap this time. Opens the DRS now. Will it be pole? It's not going to be pole. It's going to be P14 for him. A miserable qualifying for him. 2 front wing changes and a P14 in qualifying. Round the penultimate corner comes Nicky. After the slight block of the damaged car of Risky Racer, he did lose a bit of time, but where will that put him on the grid? It's going to put him P6, a bit further down than what he intended. J-Luke went second. Good effort from him. Apex Whiteout is on 1. Y-Racer on 1 on those soft tyres. Is he going to be committing to the soft to hard strategy, I wonder? Ooh, it's just off the track there. 7/10 up on his time. It's looking good for Y-Racer at the moment if he wants to go up to pole position. Rounding the penultimate corner, he can't have anyone out qualifying, so will he pull into the pit lane? No, so he's committing to this soft strategy. Round the final corner he goes. What can he do? I think it's going to be pole. No, it's not. It's not pole. He misses out. Wow. So Senna is the man on pole with Y-Racer second, J-Luke third, Risky Racer fourth, Robo Jeep starting 10th on the hards. Wow. Very interesting. Zeppadoodle would have said 17.9 but did have invalid, so we'll be waiting on Apex Whiteout. Apex Whiteout pits, which is unfortunate for him, so his qualifying has been a big disaster. Alfa Romeo having an awful qualifying, 16th and 18th. Okay, getting a DXQ, which is very unfortunate for him. So that is your grid. Hopefully it does fix for the actual race, because if we have this in the race, I think it'll be very, very boring to say the least. Anyway, just waiting for Senna, Apex Whiteout to both retire from this session, and then we are good to go. Yep, there's my game audio. Hallelujah. That was awful to listen to. Well, listen to nothing. That's what I was doing. So anyway, Senna is on pole with Y-Racer in second on the soft tyres though is Y-Racer, so expect him to get a better start than Senna. Third is J-Luke, fourth Risky Racer, fifth Kyle, disappointing from him seeing how quick he was on the hards. 6th is Ryan Berry, 7th Nicky, 8th Bill, 9th MK Bourne, and then on the hards and 10th is Robo Jeep, and 11th we got Alex, 12th is Panos, 13th Zeppadoodle, 14th Rude Galed, 15th Kane, 16th Apex Whiteout, 17th Philip Hodgson, and then 18th with a DSQ is okay. I'll be back on the formation lap. Waste will be starting 19th by the way, but I'll be back on the formation lap, just getting myself a drink real quick. Oh god, I didn't realise my mic was on mute. I do apologise once again, but I seem to be doing a lot of apologising this stream. So Senna is on pole on the medium compound tyres. Everyone in the top 10 are on mediums apart from White Racer on softs and RoboJeep on the hards. And we got 11th and 12th, 13th all on mediums, 14th, 15th hard, 16th on the mediums, and the rest on hard compound tyres. So I expect to see a lot of people go long into this race. Let's just check this. So currently ILR is on 1,490 subs, almost at 1,500. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Hopefully we have a good race ahead of us. 35 laps of the Hungarian ring. I'm ILRT Nickel. And let's hope we have a good race. A terrible camera angle to start off with. The lights are coming on here in Hungary, and they're not on for the drivers yet, because I can tell by the look hard at the bottom right. Got Ghosting Racing Point of Ryan Berry, which is interesting. So they're on now for the drivers, and we are way in Hungary. It looks like a good start from Senna. Y Racer not got off to a good start on those soft tyres, a lot worse than what I thought it'd be. Ryan Berry has had an awful start, dropping down 5 positions. J-Luke round the outside, so all clean. It's not clean down the back. We got an incident. We got Apex White, I think. We got a lot of damage down the background there. Don't know who was caught up. We got Nicky dropping down a few positions. Get the position change up for these drivers. Look at that. Car going wide there. Look at that, we've got cars going away. We've got cars side by side, have we? Yeah, we do. No, we don't. It looked very close. I thought we had cars side by side there, but your biggest gainer is Epidoodle up 6. Our biggest loser is RoboJeep down 9. What's happened to RoboJeep? He's gone off at turn 4. He's got big damage to his front wing, and that is disappointing for him after seeing like what could have been such a good race for him. Seeing he had really good pace on those hard compound tyres. Swatch Bill in the Renault is 2 tenths behind Zeppadoodle, and he's got a better run than Zeppadoodle, so he could possibly launch on the inside to turn 13 if he is feeling brave. Got Ryan Berry getting passed by Alex there. We got more action going on down the background. We got Alex now spinning. What's happened to Alex? Alex is round, so we've had even more contact than lap 1. It's been a very messy lap 1 for ILR7. Not what you want to see, but Senna is your race leader at the moment by half a second. A beautiful start for him. It's what he could have wished for. His championship rival Nicky down in 9th, having an awful start. Kyle not having the greatest of starts, only staying in P5, which is not what he would have needed. Got Kyle on the back of Frisky Racer though. Who else is there? We'll see coming up to run to turn 4. I assume we'll see a lot of penalties here this race. Everyone going a little bit wide, so I wonder how many people actually picked up a warning going through turn 4. Got 4 cars pitting at the end of lap 1. Panos, Rugalet, Apex Whiteout, RoboJeep all coming into the pit lane. I assume a few cars are going to be driving around with a bit of damage. Who else is there? Hungary, a very difficult track to overtake. I assume someone like Y Racer is going to be struggling on those soft tyres. They're going to be overheating within a lap or so. I remember a few seasons back we had when it was the ultra soft tyres, we had Frisky CJ start on the ultra softs, and within 3 laps the harder tyres were a lot faster. So it just proves the soft tyres, the softest set of tyres do not work around Hungary, and this is really going to hamper Y Racer. Look, he's already a second out of DRS. He's already out of DRS, 1 second behind to Senna, and he is getting hounded by J-Luke. J-Luke not got a podium yet this season. He'll be looking to change that and finally get one of his first podium of the season. Good evening to Die Bubble. Welcome to the stream. Got J-Luke still pressuring. I thought that's going to be a bit of a situation. We got Nicky on the back of Bill. I thought Nicky was going to be side by side there. It looked like he was within a chance of going past. We got TGIP saying let's go speed, so he's going to be cheering on Senna, Y Racer also, and that's it because Dan's car is not here tonight, unfortunately. Senna's teammate. I have to go back to this battle though, because Y Racer is going to be struggling on those softs, as I said, and J-Luke runs a bit wide. He's really got to keep those warnings low if he wants to have a chance of getting a podium, his first podium of the season. He's been around this position multiple times this season, but not quite got the end result. He's not quite fully pulled out for the whole race. He's done about 90% of the job, but that final 10% has really let him down. But he looks really on it today. He's all over the back of Y Racer. DRS should be enabled for him. Has he got a DRS failure? I think he does. So it's hard enough to overtake a Hungary, and he's going to try go for it. He's not. Risky Racer, in fact, he's going to launch one down the inside of J-Luke. That is very optimistic from Risky Racer. They're going to be side by side out of turn 1 on the run to turn 2. We got Zeppadoodle crashing out. Where is that? He's crashed out on the exit of turn 1. I wonder how he's done that much with a loss of traction. But J-Luke and Risky Racer going to be side by side. J-Luke holds on just around the outside. Great racer there between the two. An unfortunate DNF for Zeppadoodle. Kyle having a big twitch there of oversteer. Lucky not to end his race, because that would have been a very big accident if he lost the race, because he could have smashed into the barriers, which is not what he needed. Got to go to Rugalet and Panos. Rugalet thinking about going down the inside. Apex Whiteout and Robo Jeep side by side today. Look, there is Zeppadoodle's car. Unfortunate for him, we've got a virtual safety car. The virtual safety car has been deployed. This could allow Y Racers to pit off those soft tyres and get on a fresh set of mediums or set of hards to try and pull off the unthinkable and go to the end. Can he do such a thing? I don't think he can, but I think it's best if he boxes. He's not going to box, he's going to stay out on these softs. He's going to try and extend the stint just a little. Wonderful to see anyone speed under the virtual safety car though. The safety car caused havoc in Britain. We've got a VSC here, not quite a full safety car, but hopefully not as much havoc. DRS is enabled, so everyone is through safely. Hopefully no drive-throughs. I don't think we do. Just having a little drink with the comms, because I need to keep myself kind of fresh, because I'll go straight to ILR1 action right after. So make sure to tune in at 8 o'clock if you don't want to miss all of the top tier action. I did see a pass in the background, or not in the background, but on the little HUD, we saw OKK get passed by Philip Hodgson. OKK's had a bit of bad luck this season. Things have not gone his way, and another thing today with that disqualification in qualifying has really put him down. We got Yellis in sector 2. It's going to be Kane Leander, and where is that? Once again, it's at turn 4 for the Mercedes driver. We've also got Waste off at turn 4 as well. What has happened between those two? Have they come together? I don't know. Anyway, we'll watch Rugalet on the back of Panos. Round the outside of turn 2 goes Rugalet. He's going to turn to the inside for turn 3, and that's a great move from Rude. What a move. Round the outside, out traction in Panos with the better tyres, and putting those mediums to full effect against those cold, hard tyres. How do I join? I'll put the leagues on here on Twitter if you use Twitter. I'll get a link to the forum, the sign up forum. J-Luke gets past Y Racer, is he? No, he's not. When I get a bit of time, I'll put the link to the forum up, or the sign up thread up, and I will put it up for ILR F1 PS4. We've got J-Luke down the inside. They're going to be side by side, Y Racer and J-Luke. J-Luke was defending off Risky Racer last lap. He's got past Y Racer at the same point. There's that great move from him, and he is up into P2. Great move. We got Y Racer clearly struggling on those tyres now. Got awful camera. I do apologise for that once again. Y Racer lost another position to Risky Racer. He's going to lose another position to Kyle as he round the outside goes Kyle. That's going to be hard to do off the track. He's going to have to give that back up. I'm sure he'd be in a legal overtake. I wonder, does he get away with it? And Y Racer just dive into the pit lane. Got A bit more action here. The Renault is down the inside. Kyle MK Bourne, a 2-time race winner this season at Monaco and Silverstone. He'll be looking to get another one today. And look at that, Nicky all over the back of Bill there. Oh, not Bill, sorry, MK Bourne. Got Lord JB saying boring. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see boring. We want to see action provided for all people tuning in to watch a bit of ILR7. I recognise that name, Lord JB. I just can't remember from where. Got a bit of action down the back as well. Look at that. Whiteout almost losing the rear. Whiteout, RoboG, Panos all battling. Panos has already been mugged once round the outside. Will he be mugged again? He won't quite be mugged just yet. And now, oh god, coming up into turn 4, we won't see any moves there. If we see a move into turn 4, you're elite. I will rate you for life if you do that. I remember this time, last time we raced in ILR Hungary, I got a double overtake there. Don't focus on me, we'll focus on the action here. Nicky is up into 6th, but it's going to be hard for Nicky to make up the ground and get back at centre. Nicky is currently 7.3 off the lead. We've got yellows in sector 2. It is Rugaled having an incident. No front wing damage, it's just a bit of a spin for him, unfortunately. All these guys at the front are looking quite quick, to be honest. Just want to check something. Yeah, just checking something. J-Luke almost losing the rear out of the chicane there. Look at that. They're all starting to pile up behind each other now. A 1-by-1 train. I reckon we'll see a train from J-Luke to Kyle. Kyle, interestingly, is struggling. Kyle had the pace in qualifying, but he doesn't seem to have it in the race so far, which is unfortunate for him. Nicky runs a bit wide there, getting a bit frustrated behind MK Bourne, is he? The dirty air kicking in, less grip from the front, allows you less turning, which is unfortunate for them. As we come round the hairpin on lap number 8. Now I wonder when we'll see cars start to pit off these medium tyres. MK Bourne has dropped out of DRS, and now this allows Nicky to have a chance. We saw Hamilton versus Verstappen in real life like this. We're going to see Nicky versus MK Bourne, the exact same as Hamilton and Verstappen. Round the outside goes Nicky, and we see another DNF for Toro Rosso. Rugaled is out now. A double DNF for Toro Rosso, a double disaster. They are both out of the race, which is unfortunate for them. We've got Risky Racing 7 tenths behind. I wonder if we'll see Nicky try to attack Kyle now. Nicky is on a charge, on a very good charge. Rude has left the session. I wonder if we could see a safety car. We've already seen a virtual safety car this race, and I wonder if we'll see one more than that, which will bunch the whole pack up and see a few alternate strategies. It'll be very nice to see that, if you ask me. Look at that. It's hard to follow through this middle sector, because if you watch all the deltas within like a second of each other, they're not really like closing on each other. They're more of like getting further away. Nicky running wide again there, finding a bit of an advantage by doing that. We've got more yellows now. Is it Panos? No, it's not Panos. I think it's Bill. It is Bill. Bill's lost his wing. His front wing, it's damaged, and he will have to pit at the end of this lap, which is unfortunate for him. But we go back to Nicky, because Nicky is on a charge here. He got past MK Bourne a lap ago. He's pulled a second gap. He sets the fastest lap, and he turns his attention to Kyle. Can he launch one down the inside? Let's be bold if he can. Kyle feels the need to go defensive, but Nicky doesn't feel the need to attack. He's going to rather try to attack out of turn 1 and then go to the outside for turn 2. Kyle defensive once again, and he goes for a switchback. Nicky clearly faster than Kyle at the moment, and out of turn 3, Nicky is all over the back of Kyle here. On the run to turn 4, we won't see a move here, surely. No, Nicky has to back out, but Nicky is absolutely flying in this Williams at the moment. What I'd do to see a battle between Nicky and Senna for the race lead, because this really is some good action at the moment. We've got Bill pitting from 13th on the hard tyres, which is unfortunate for him. So we're going to tune in and see how other people are getting on the other races in ILR tonight. We've got Just having a look. Jess Games currently in P7. Good job from Jess. I think I need to turn my attention back to this, because look at it now. Kyle is now in the DRS of Risky Racer, and Risky Racer is in the DRS of J-Luke. We're going to see a DRS train, people. A DRS train. It makes it so hard to overtake with that. And we're seeing Ryan Berry come in early. This is an early stop from the medium tyres. Is he going to try and perform the undercut on someone? Is he going to go for another set of mediums and try to stop? I don't think he will. He's going to go onto a set of hards. Oh, he's getting a front wing change. Did he have a bit of contact with Bill? It's unfortunate for him. He's going to emerge back in P12, sorry. Look at Nicky. Nicky is getting so close to Kyle. And honestly, I reckon if Nicky can get past this train, I reckon he can catch Senna. I really do. Nicky, I have confidence in to get past. I wonder if Nicky will try to perform the undercut. He's got a decent gap, I'd say, just in front of Kane he would come out on, which is what he can need. The gap is between him and Kane is 20 seconds, and the pit lane loss here is about 20 seconds. It'll be tight. I wonder if he'll be able to judge it so he comes out just ahead of Kane. No, he'll stay out again. We've got yellows in sector 2. Who is it for? It's not for Kane this time. Is it for Waste? No, I don't know who it's for. Look at this. Nicky not using his DRS. Has he got DRS failure? I don't know. But J-Luke's defending. Nicky's defending. Nicky's going to go for a switchback. He's not using his DRS. He's got DRS failure. But he's still got good enough straight line speed to try put his Williams round the outside at turn 2. We'll see now. He can't get a move there, but he's going to try and get a switchback out of turn 2, which will give him a run through turn 3, and now into turn 4. Nicky side by side with Kyle. What a move, Nicky, round the outside at turn 4. My God, Nicky had to get his elbows out to try and get a move done, and he waves bye-bye to Kyle and up into P4 he goes. And now the next victim of Nicky will be Risky Racer. Will they pit? Who will pit first? I reckon Senna has to pit to try and not get undercut, because any sort of gap he gets eaten into by any of these drivers, I reckon they can start to catch on those hard tyres. Hard tyres are very hard to work. We'll see what Senna does. Senna doing a solid job at the moment in P1. Will he pit? No, he won't pit. Will J-Luke pit? Will anyone behind pit? J-Luke stays out. They will stay out for another lap. They are not pitting just yet. Maybe they're trying to get that gap so they have enough time to push without having any traffic, because around here traffic is not what you want. Nicky having to defend from Kyle a little. Kyle's going to down the ears because it's really not close enough. I think I'm going to have to turn my attention to Risky Racer. From Kyle to Risky Racer, one McLaren has been overtook. The other McLaren seems like they're going to be overtook in a minute now. Look at this, J-Luke being put under pressure here from Risky Racer, who is putting in a fine race at the moment here in ILR7 to do on currently through this first stint. Hopefully he can transform it through the medium, through the hard stint as well. J-Luke almost having a scary moment there through turn 4, almost losing the rear but getting away with it. As we approach the chicane here, look how close they are. The time is going to be lost due to dirty air. Nicky has to gain through this middle sector. Currently just out of the DRS range, just back in it now. He's hovering between that 1 second mark. If you're out of DRS, you're losing power on the straight compared to all your rivals around you who have got DRS. And look at that, Nicky has caught up, which is what he needs. Will anyone pit? Yeah, we're seeing pit stops now. J-Luke pits, Risky Racer stays out, Nicky stays out, everyone's staying out, so J-Luke is going to trigger the pit stops now. He's coming in for what I assume is going to be a set of hards as Nicky fixes DRS. He has, but now he's got to try and attack Risky Racer, who has also got DRS, which is unfortunate for him. Risky Racer is going to be a tough cookie to get past here. And he's not close enough due to the fact that DRS is not long enough there to go for. I mean, where will J-Luke come out? Coming out just ahead of Alex, is he? It's going to be close. He just comes out ahead of Alex. What's the gap to leader? 23.9. Risky Racer gets a 3-second time penalty. So we'll see how much time he can take out of the leader on this lap. 24 seconds, we'll say. Kyle gets a penalty as well now. So 24 seconds is the gap. We'll just go by that, and we'll see if he can get. He's took a 10th out so far. Senna can extend the stint if he wants to have better hards at the end, but I assume he'll pit at the end of this lap just to cover off any sorts of undercut attempts from the cars behind him. Nicky 3.5 tenths back on Risky Racer. Will we see anyone else? But Y Racer 3-second time penalty on that 2-stop strategy. It will be going a little longer. Risky Racer pits. Nicky stays out. Senna pits. Kyle stays out as well. These guys think they can go a little longer on the tyres. So we will watch Nicky. We'll stick on board with Nicky. Risky Racer 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We'll stay on board with Nicky for this lap and see what he can do on these mediums. Can he pump in a good enough lap to get himself the overcut? The overcut will be a very, very hard attempt, but if it's fast enough, I don't see why he can't do it. Three turn 3 to go. We've got yellows in sector 2. Who is it for? It's not for... don't know who it's for. Is it for Kane? I think no, it's not for Kane. He's just got overtaken. I don't know who it's for. We'll go back to Nicky though, because Nicky is the one we want to focus on. He's pushing hard. He needs to use some ERS if he wants to have a chance of coming out ahead. Look how much J-Luke closed up to the back of Senna. The gap was almost 5 seconds between them. It's 3 seconds now. That undercut was mental, and for going by that, Nicky has no chance of coming out ahead of them. Nicky is currently up though on his PB. Alex is round. Oh, the two Hasses have come together. The Hasses have come together, and I thought Philip Holston got stuck on that sausage curb. The Haas team have come together, and Gunter Steiner is going to be furious with them both for doing that. Round the final corner comes Nicky. Kyle Pitts. Will Nicky continue on? Well, Nicky does continue on, and still is setting 20.7, so that's rapid. He's doing a very solid job on those tyres at the moment. Where's J-Luke? J-Luke Senna coming around the final corner. Kyle's only in his pit box now, and he's going to come out miles behind. Will he come out behind his teammate? He will. Behind Risky Racer. Will he come out behind the KK? No, he won't. So he comes out in P6. Nicky's got to continue to pump in those fast times. Oh god, I just had a phone call. Sorry about that. I do apologise about that. Nicky just comes into the pit lane now, lap 16 of 35. He's gone a bit longer on these said tyres to try possibly give him the best tyres for the end of this race. He'll be fitting a set of hard tyres. Senna coming down the straight now. Senna sets the fastest lap. Where will Nicky come out though? He'll be behind J-Luke surely. There he is. Nicky's there. Nicky's coming out behind Risky Racer. He's done all the hard work of trying to get past Risky Racer, and now he's got to do it again. Not what he needs. This is not what Nicky needs. Poor Nicky. Say that a bit too long, but he's got the fresher tyres for the end of this race. Just reaching halfway through, and Senna is currently 4.3 in the lead, but I wouldn't write that lead. I wouldn't write him off just yet of cars behind catching him, because look at that. Got Nicky on the fresh hards immediately up to pace. We saw something similar at the start of the season and or some race this season, where the leader was had a massive gap on the medium tyres, but as soon as they got to hards, they got caught instantly and then lost the race. It's just mental to see. I think that person was Nicky. Risky Racer makes a mistake. That was Nicky. I've got to go down the inside here. He won't be able to go down the inside because Risky Racer just holds on. But this is costing him a heap of time. Apex Whiteout, a 3-second time penalty. I feel like Y Racer's 2-slot strategy is not going to work for him, unfortunately. Just a bit too optimistic, I'd say, from those soft mediums. We'll stick on board with Nicky now. Risky Racer lagging all over the place, and easy as that, Nicky gets through. Will Ryan Racer try a dive? He could try a dive, but it's just not close enough, and really Nicky is the faster driver, so I'll try to get Nicky to tag you along and try get up to J. Luke in second. Been a very good race so far, not showing any bits of disappointment, and for Hungary, a track that is very hard to overtake. We've seen quite a few overtakes. Thank you to a lot by this man, I was going to say. Nicky putting off a fantastic move at turn 4. We've seen Risky Racer get past. We've seen a lot of people make moves. Kane the Anderson's been passed as well, but I need to stick on board with this. Just look how close they are coming through the middle sector. I want to see a championship. I want to see a fight between the two championship contenders and Nicky and J. Luke. We'll get the position change up. We want to see the position change. Nicky up 4 positions, KK up 11, making Bourne up 1, Kane up 6, Hodgson up 7, Whiteout up 1, and Waste up 3. There are our gainers. Look how quick Nicky is gained. J. Luke is holding him up like mad. He's got 5 seconds to try to take out Senna, I say. Because he's going to surely get past in this straight. DRS will be activated for Nicky. Here we go. Nicky gonna have to go to the outside. J. Luke defending hard. Round the outside goes Nicky. Can he get the move done? The McLaren driver just holding on. But no, Nicky has got the inside for turn 2, and Nicky is now up into P2. But J. Luke is not going to give this up. He's going to continue to fight through turn 3. Fortunately, not close enough, and can't hold on to that position. So now, can we see a fight between Nicky and Senna like we all want to see? Got Risky Racer now just behind J. Luke as well. Risky Racer doing a solid job on P4 at the moment. He'll be happy with how his race is going. Someone who won't be happy with how their race is going is Y Racer. So he's got to pit again, and he will currently come out about P11, which is not what he needs. But I say, from what was a front row start, he's got to really be aiming for top 5 from that 2-stop strategy. I just feel like the top 5 would be a bit out of bounds for him. Look at that. Nicky already out the second DRS range. You've got Apex Whiteout and Waste side by side. Round the outside goes Apex Whiteout. Apex Whiteout exploring a new part of track there and getting through though. Got to turn my attention to Risky Racer, because here we go. Risky Racer is catching Nicky fastest lap. Nicky is flying. And now into turn 1. Risky Racer, he goes for any move he can. He's going to go for this one. Down the inside he goes. Into turn 1. J. Luke was second a lap ago. He could be, after this corner, in 4th place. No, he just holds on for now. Good defending from him. Kyle is going to be licking his lips behind this, catching 1.2 behind. He's got to use a bit more as Kyle if he wants to get closer to these guys. My God, look at that gap at the front. That gap at the front is coming down like mad. A second's already been taken out of it. Wow. Kane pits from the Mercedes onto the medium tyres. Where will he come out? With Apex Whiteout. Waste now. Waste though. You gotta watch Waste. Attacking round the outside goes Waste. In the Ferrari. He's gonna be pushed wide, is he? No, he won't. Oh, look at Panos. Panos standing 16th. We'll try to go down the inside. There's action all over the place here. Round the down the inside, sorry, goes Panos. They're going to be side by side through turn 3, and Waste has to concede. Good move though from Panos to get up to P15 there. Action all over the place, as I said. Seeing overtakes left, right and centre. Nicky with another fastest now. He is hounding down Senna. We'll just get a little comparison up between the two. Senna, 21 dead, 20.6. Nicky, 20 dead, 20 dead. He's lapping miles faster at the moment. Nicky, we're going to see a fight between the two. KK loses out on P7. We're going to see a fight between these two drivers. Got Yo's in sector 2 and 3. I think it might be Waste. It is indeed Waste. Waste losing the car. Has he got front wing damage? I think he does in that front right end plate, which is unfortunate for him. We'll go to Risky Racer now. Risky Racer still half a second behind here. 14 laps to go of this race. straight away I'll be going from this to ILR1, so make sure to tune in to hear more of the Little Blocks action. See, Kyle's doing a nice job in P5. J-Luke's doing a good favour here, putting Risky Racer in a McLaren sandwich. I wonder if we could see 3 wide on a straight at some stage. Nicky's still eating into that lead. 2.8 now is the gap between the two. 2.6 in fact. Wow. That is coming down very quickly. Got Yanis in sector 2. Is it for Panos? Oh, hold up. Sorry about that. That is utterly ridiculous from Codemasters to give, who was it? Give Panos a 10-second time penalty. I'd be well fuming. Risky Racer doing a solid job at the moment. Look at that, J-Luke just got no pace in these cars. Has he got some sort of damage? Don't know. Got more yellows in sector 2. We're seeing yellow flags all over the place now. I think it's Kane Leander. Oh, we got Robo Jeep going for a move on Waste there. Good, nice stuff from Waste. Oh, Robo Jeep, and Kane has got front wing damage. Turn 4 has claimed him once again. Got to go for this battle for P3 because down the inside will go Risky Racer up into P3. Nice, good move from him there. And Kyle is just got past his teammate as well as J-Luke done the honours and let the faster car through. No. 1.3 is that gap. Nicky is charging. He's charged like an absolute madman. He is doing a stellar job at the moment. And that gap was 5 seconds a few laps ago. It's now 1.3. Kane Leander is out of the race. Will we see any sort of safety car, virtual safety car or anything like that? I just don't know. Kane's left the session. What a time it'd be to see one. It'd be a really good time. And look at that, Kyle down the inside, late on the brakes. He will go for the move. Risky Racer will try. Hang on. Can he get the move done? Kyle ran the outside. Risky Racer can't hold on for much longer. Kyle is up into P3. But Risky Racer is not going to give this up without a fight. He's going to keep fighting. But unfortunately, it's just a bit too much for him. And we've seen 3 podium swaps now in this race. And Risky Racer touching that inside curb and almost spinning around. Sorry about that. Just had to send a quick text. I was just sending a quick text to my mum whilst this is happening. And Risky Racer makes a mistake, and Jaded now can go round the outside and nice and easy gets the move done. Got turned my attention to the battle for the race lead because Nicky is within DRS. He has done an amazing job to catch up. A 20.3 last lap, so Nicky is Nicky is absolutely charging. He's going to fight and fight and fight and fight every week to try and get a result. And if he does see out this championship, he will be a worthy champion. 10 laps to go here in ILR7, and we've still got one hell of a race on our hands here. You got to look how close Nicky is. 0.2 of a second. He's 0.2 up on his PB through sector 1. He's actually all over the back of the Mercedes. We don't see Williams here in real life, but we'll certainly see it here in ILR7, because Nicky is doing an amazing job. And I've said Nicky this, Nicky that, Nicky this, Nicky that, but credit is deserved to how quickly he's got onto the back of Senna. (19:32) 14 minutes or 13 minutes till I've got to get the ILR1 lobby set up, so hopefully as soon as this is finished I have to go straight to ILR1. Nicky runs a bit deeper, takes a bit of a more inside line than Senna there, almost losing the rear. Can he go for moving to turn 1? Nicky not close enough, although I thought he was going to try a lunge there. Definitely was in range of going for one, I'd say. See, Nicky, I think I have to watch this battle for the race league, because Nicky is doing an amazing job. Wace is got a 3-second time penalty on those medium tyres with that front wing damage as well. He's got to be struggling. We got just TGIP saying Nicky ILR7 or ILR6 pace. I don't know. Nicky's just turned it on from out of nowhere. Really, he's had pace this season, but not as quick as what I thought he had. And the gap is 0.4 of a second. We saw a car hunt someone down like this in real life in the closing stage of this race, and we're seeing another one like that where he's got another penalty for speed in the pits. I wonder if we'll see a Wace retirement. Senna's going to have to defend. A bit of lag. Senna has to cover the inside. He can't let Nicky have the outside. Down the inside. Late on the brakes goes Nicky. Senna just holds on. He's doing just about enough to hold on to this race at the moment. Risky Racer Kyle close by. No, Risky Racer J-Luke's got past Risky Racer, which is what is good to see. McLaren currently having a good day in the Constructors 3-4 for them. I'm sure J-Luke would love it to switch, so he's third, and Kyle's fourth, get his first podium of the season. Let's see, Nicky still all over the back here. This is the closest battle on track, along with Okoke just close behind Ryan Berry as well. Look how close it is, 0.2. Here we go, 0.2. I reckon this is the closest Nicky has been all race to getting the move done. Round the final corner, Nicky prefers the tighter line, and with DRS being enabled here, he's going to keep closing and closing and closing and closing. He's closing a lot more. Senna's going to have to defend. Nicky to the outside, late on the brakes. Can he force his Williams around the outside? He can't, but he's going to go for a switch back on the Mercedes driver, and he's got a much better run. Senna squeezes him off track. Oh, there's contact. Senna's into the barrier, and Senna is out of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Oh, that I don't know about that. Has Nicky got any front wing damage? No, Nicky's good enough now. I thought that's just a bit too aggressive from Senna there, to be honest. If you have to ask me, I thought that Senna was just too aggressive. Try covering the inside when Nicky was there, and it did cause a collision. Very unfortunate to see. I'll just watch it back on stream once again, just have a look. I'm just watching it back now on stream. So currently we got McLaren double podium, and Nicky's trying to go to the inside. Senna's squeezing, and yeah, I'm sorry, Nicky's done nothing wrong there, unfortunately. I do agree, Jamie. Kyle's gaining on Nicky, as Nicky got a bit of an issue. He might have a bit of front wing damage, Nicky, after that. Not what he wants. I'm trying to get the stream back up to where it should be. Race to the fastest lap in 19.7. 6 laps remain in this ILR1 or ILR7 Grand Prix, sorry. What an eventful end that was. Senna is out, unfortunately for him. Risky racer though, 4 tenths behind. We do say that, unfortunately, but I feel like it's just as a commentator, I don't want to sound like too biased or anything, but I don't think you can really put any blame on Nicky there. He was going for the inside and tried defending too hard. Unfortunately, they came to blows with each other. We've got Risky Racer 5 tenths behind. This is looking like a battle for the podium. Nicky 4 seconds ahead, Kyle in second, J-Luke third, Risky Racer fourth. J-Luke currently on for his first podium of the season. Anyway, anything we can watch it? No, take there. A KK on the back of Ryan Berry. It's been like that for a few laps now, hasn't it? Got the Haas of Alex closing on Bill, Philip Hodgson close behind. Them two came together earlier on in the race, and now they're going to be close with each other again. Here we go. Can a KK get past Ryan Berry? Nice. He's stuck behind him for too long. A KK's got to dive it now, surely. He's close enough to go for a bit of a lunge. No, he thought of it, but just thought he was a bit too far back from that. He's got a good run out turn 1, too far back for turn 2, unless he launches it. He's going to launch it. Ryan Berry is aware he's there. And okay, had a bit of a twitch there under braking. Ooh, bit of a wrong button from me there, unfortunately. KK is once again still stuck behind Ryan Berry. He's putting in a solid race for KK from 18th on the grid up to 7th or 8th. Sorry, very good effort from him. Panos pits from those old hards, and we're going to a fresh soft, I assume. Possibly go for the fast lap of KK 3-second time penalty. Here we go. This is close. The KK's close. He's closing and closing and closing. He's really got to try get a move done here. Got yellows in sector 2. Who is that for? Apex Whiteout having an accident. Letting Nicky go. Maybe it's just yellow flags. That 31 out of 35 here. Okay, him and Ryan Berry are battling. Ryan, I didn't see that. I was too busy focusing on the race leader. But KK just getting so close. And look how close he's got now. He stayed behind him for way too long. And now Bill is all over the back of them. And Alex is there. And Philip Hodgson will be there as well. We'll see a battle from 7th to 11th in a minute, I feel. Wow. Turn 4 done me so hard tonight. Yeah, Kane, I assume you're Kane. We saw you swing quite a few times there. We caught it on stream, which is unfortunate for you, but hopefully we'll see you next week in Spa, I believe. Spa is after Hungary for the Belgian Grand Prix, and hope that it's a lot cleaner for you there. Risky Racer, in fact, hold up. No, he's not close enough, so I have to turn my attention back to KK. KK has been close for a number of laps now, and now he'll be looking to get fast. Look at that, the Hasses are hit, both Hasses are hit. Alex Ford going for it. We've got a right battle on our hand for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. Wow, really is going to be a good battle. And look at that, KK's nowhere near close enough. They're not close enough, it's just a DRS train, that's what it is. Risky Racer, is he anywhere closer to J-Luke? No, not really. J-Luke serving Kyle, doing a solid job. Getting another podium this season is what he's needing. Lap 33 out of 35 starting now. So we'll go back to the KKs. Look how close he was. Wanted to go for a move there. Around the outside there, chicane. That could be proving costly for him because Bill could have went down the inside there. Look how close they are. I don't think we've seen a battle this close towards this stage of the race. It truly is amazing. Wow. Bill free second time penalty. Oh, Alex! Oh no, Alex loses the rear and is in the barriers, unfortunately for him. So that's one car gone from. That's one car gone from the battle. Okay, on the back of Ryan Berry now. Can he possibly launch one? No, he's got no eyes. Okay, ball in 3 second time penalty. Alex will pit. Got more yellows in sector 2. I think it is full waste. Waste's got no wing, which is unfortunate for him, but I have to turn my attention to a KK. So KK's just been stuck and stuck and stuck and stuck and just constantly stuck. That's all I can really say, to be honest. Ryan Berry is part of a defensive masterclass, really, just holding on to his position on the harder compound over double the age of a KK's tyres. The KK is being attacked by Bill. Bill is on a set of 23 lap old hard tyre, with compared to the KK's 11 lap old mediums. Just show maybe those mediums are dying a bit too quick. Lap 34 or 35, the penultimate lap, has started here in Hungary, and I wonder, will we see any sort of moves? KK's got to get a run out the final corner. He saved a lot of airs this lap, to be fair to him, and now he has a chance of attacking Ryan Berry down the straight. Look at that, got four cars in close proximity. Can he go down the inside? Late on the brakes? No, he's just not close enough once again. KK being close but not close enough, that's what I can always say. If the straight was another 100 meters, I reckon he could have possibly had a chance of getting the move done. Round turn 3 they go, and then Ryan Berry lagging a little but just doing enough to stay ahead. This is really close, and the KK having a bit of a moment there, which is unfortunate for him. Last lap has started. Nicky has done an amazing job, and he's going to stay in the race lead. Whiteout, no, Panos pitted, waste another penalty. Have to see what he can do. Can he get through Ryan Berry? I just don't know. It really is going to be a last lap launch. I reckon we'll finish like this on track. I don't know what we'll do. Two drivers. You can okay, launch it. No, it's too far back. Although Ryan is deep through turn 1 here. Nicky 3 second time penalty. I'm sure that won't matter though, because he's got an already big enough gap to just stay ahead. We'll have to turn our attention to Nicky in a minute, because Nicky is going to be crossing the line to take what should be a win. Where is he? Nicky. Yeah, there he is. Round the final corner comes Nicky. Nicky takes a fantastic win here in ILR7. Another great drive from Nicky to get a well-deserved result. Kyle will come home in second, with J-Luke in fact getting second. Kyle third. Risky Racer fourth. We'll turn our attention to MK Bourne. Got yellows in sector 2. Who's it for? Don't know who is it for, but MK Bourne will come home for P5. New fast lap from him at the end, from his PB. Y Racer will get P6. Good drive from him. I'm sure if he went on the one side, it could have been a different race for him. P7. Leading the train home will be Ryan Berry. Will it stay like that on track though? Ryan comes home for P7. Okay, P8, Bill P9, P10 for Bill, P7 for Philip Hogston. Wow, that's a good result for him after his little shenanigans with his teammate. He'll take that. Waite has retired from the session on the last lap, and RoboGeep will be your final finisher. Who would be your driver of the day for tonight's race? You know what, I have to give it to Nicky. No, I'll give it to J Luke. J Luke drove really well today to get his first podium this season. Congratulations to J Luke. Although Nicky from 7th to 1st, solid drive from him. So we'll go Nicky P1, J Luke 2nd, 3rd Kyle, 4th Risky Racer, 5th NK Bourne, 6th Y Racer, 7th Philip Hogston. I think that's his best finish of the season from 17th to 7th. He could be a contender for driver of the day. 8th Ryan Berry, 9th for KK, and then rounding up the top 10 will be Bill. In 11th we've got RoboGeep, 12th Alex, 13th Apex Whiteout, 14th Panos, 15th Waste, 16th Senna, 17th Kane, 18th Rude, Galed, and 19th is Zeppad Doodle. I have been your commentator, ILRT Lickle. Thank you for watching everyone, and good night.